The causes and consequences of World War I. Hello, and welcome to our channel History Studies. Today, we're going to discover one of the most great and devastating occasions of the 20th century, World War I. This world conflict, which lasted from 1914 to 1918, had a profound effect on the world we stay in today. It marked a turning factor in records and reshaped the political, economic, and social landscape of many international locations around the globe. But how did this catastrophic match come to be? What had been the motives and penalties of World War I? Join us as we delve into the complicated net of elements that led to the outbreak of this fighting and discover the long-lasting consequences it had on the world. Get ready for a journey through time as we discover the activities and selections that modified the path of records forever. The causes of World War I are complicated and multifaceted. However, one key thing was once the net of alliances and tensions between the most important powers of Europe. For years earlier than the war, the primary powers of Europe had been divided into two primary alliances, the Triple Entente and the Central Powers. The Triple Entente consisted of France, Russia, and Great Britain, while the Central Powers covered Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. The alliance machine used to be meant to furnish protection for every kingdom using growing a community of military guides in case of war. However, it additionally created surroundings in which a single tournament could rapidly increase into an international conflict. This was once evident in the activities that led to the outbreak of World War I. In 1914, tensions between Austria-Hungary and Serbia had been high, and the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo provided the spark that ignited the conflict. Austria-Hungary declared combat on Serbia, and a chain response of occasions followed. Russia mobilized its troops to guide Serbia, and Germany declared a conflict with Russia. France and Great Britain joined the war on the facet of the Triple Entente, and the first pictures of World War I had been fired. The alliance system was once no longer the only factor that led to the outbreak of World War I. Nationalism, imperialism, and the Palms race had been additionally full-size factors. Nationalism was once sturdy in many European countries, and humans believed that their country was once ultimate to others. Imperialism, the quest for colonies and resources, led to opposition amongst the primary powers, which created an environment of anxiety and mistrust. The Palms race, with every kingdom constructing its military power, created an experience of insecurity and fear. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, was once assassinated in Sarajevo with the aid of a Serbian nationalist. This tournament catalyzed struggle and sparked a chain response of activities that would sooner or later lead to the outbreak of World War I. The assassination was once now not the only purpose of the war. However, it used to be a great element that set the stage for the conflict. The assassination of Franz Ferdinand was once the work of a small crew of Serbian nationalists who believed that Serbia could be unbiased from Austro-Hungarian rule. The assassination used to be cautiously planned, and GAVRILO PRINCIP, the man who shot Franz Ferdinand, used to be a member of a Serbian nationalist team referred to as the Black Hand. The assassination was once meant to provoke a fight between Austria-Hungary and Serbia, and it succeeded in doing so. Another factor that contributed to the outbreak of battle used to be the opposition amongst the principal powers for colonies and assets around the world. The late 19th and early 20th centuries noticed a length of extreme imperialism, with European powers competing for the management of territories in Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. This quest for power and wealth drove the movements of the major powers and created surroundings of anxiety and mistrust. The opposition for colonies and assets used to be pushed by way of monetary and strategic interests. European international locations sought to manipulate assets such as oil, rubber, and minerals, which have been critical to their industrial development. The acquisition of colonies used to be viewed as a way to invulnerable these assets and enlarge change opportunities. The opposition for colonies and sources additionally had a sizable influence on worldwide family members and contributed to the tensions that led to war. Germany, which had only these days emerged as a unified nation, felt that it had been left out of the race for colonies and resources. This led to an experience of resentment and a wish to assert Germany's energy and have an effect on the world. Germany's aggressive actions, consisting of the construction of an effective navy and the annexation of territories in Africa and Asia, contributed to the tensions between the principal powers. The opposition to colonies and sources additionally led to a sequence of diplomatic crises that contributed to the outbreak of war. One such disaster was once the Moroccan crisis of 1905 to 1906, in which Germany challenged France's declaration to Morocco. This disaster led to a diplomatic showdown between Germany and France, and it finally helped to solidify the alliance between France and Great Britain. The arms race used to be any other tremendous element that contributed to the outbreak of World War I. The predominant powers of Europe have been engaged in opposition to constructing their military power, which created an experience of insecurity and fear. The hands race was once pushed with the aid of the trust that military power was once vital to countrywide security, and every kingdom sought to construct up its military power to deter workable aggressors. The arms race had a sizable effect on the outbreak of World War I. The mobilization of troops and the buildup of military hardware made it less difficult for countries to go to war. The hand race additionally contributed to a feeling of urgency and fear, which made it challenging for leaders to discover peaceable options for diplomatic crises. The fingers race finally helped to create a surrounding in which combat grew to become the favored option. The impact of World War I used to be profound and far-reaching. The combat was once one of the deadliest wars in human history, with an estimated 16 million humans killed and 21 million wounded. The hostilities additionally had a large effect on the social, political, and financial constructions of Europe. The struggle led to the crumple of numerous empires, consisting of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and the Russian Empire. The warfare additionally led to enormous modifications in the political panorama of Europe, along with the rise of new countries such as Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, and Poland. The warfare had a profound effect on the monetary buildings of Europe, as it led to full-size inflation, unemployment, and social unrest. The warfare additionally had a massive influence on the international stability of power. The United States emerged as a predominant world power, and the hostilities helped to solidify the function of the United States as a chief in worldwide affairs. The war additionally led to the decline of the European effect in the world and the upward push of new powers such as Japan and the Soviet Union. The reasons and penalties of World War I have been complicated and multifaceted. The conflict was once prompted by using a mixture of factors, along with nationalism, imperialism, the hands race, and a complicated internet of alliances. The effect of warfare used to be profound and far-reaching, mainly to the fall down of empires, huge modifications in the political panorama of Europe, and the emergence of new world powers. The Treaty of Versailles, which used to be supposed to stop future wars, finally failed in its mission. The harsh punishment imposed on Germany contributed to a feeling of resentment and anger, which finally led to the upward shove of Nazi Germany and the outbreak of World War II. The classes of World War I are still applicable today, as we proceed to grapple with the challenges of keeping global peace and security. We have to bear in mind the motives and penalties of World War I so that we can work collectively to forestall future conflicts and promote a greater peaceable world. We hope that you found this information informative and engaging. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel, History Studies, for more videos on historical events and topics. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more informative content in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.